How about Jay Moore marrying pretty well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just hit me up.
Did he? Was that for the first time?
No. No, it's been a while. I've gotten a couple, throughout the years. But it was usually a go-between of someone, and then he hit me up, and I just was like, I was really bothered by the fact that it was something that was, and this is the other thing, and I've had a lot of people try to make amends.
Mm-hmm.
So when you party like I do, you get a lot of people go through the 12 steps,
Right.
and a lot of people try to make amends.
Try to come back and
I remember the first time it happened to me, and Leanne pointed it out. She's like, "Yo, he's like saying he's sorry for this is like step 7 or whatever." And I was like, "Oh," and she's like, "You need to hear this apology. Like, actually, this is an important thing for him." So I sat with that dude. He apologized, and what he did wasn't really that big of a deal.
Right.
It was annoying that night, but it wasn't a reason for me not to like him. So I forgave him, and he cried, and he goes, "Thank you. I'm doing this around," and the guy's doing fantastic now.
Wow.
And so, and then I've gotten.
I'm dying to know who that.
Well, you don't know him.
Oh, okay.
But I've gotten apologies from people that you do know.
Yeah.
That are faking the steps, and they're
Really?
just and I've not accepted them.
Mm-hmm.
I've not accepted a lot of apologies because I go, I don't want you in my life, and I don't need you in my life, and I can forgive you, but I don't think you mean it. One guy sent me an email, and it was like, and I showed it to Segura, and he was like, "Oh, he's doing his steps, and this is one of his steps," and he's like, "And this isn't how it's done," and he's like, "Don't forgive him."
Wow.
And
unacceptable. Just write it back. Unacceptable.
However, with Jay, I knew that. I think Jay's pretty open book. I'm pretty certain, but I knew he had gone through like a legit recovery.
Yeah, yeah.
And he got married, and he reached out, and that was he didn't have my number. He reached out, I think, via DM, and I just wanted him to know that it didn't. I have nothing but fond memories of my time with him, and I didn't want him to ever be kept up at night thinking I thought bad of our times.
That's good.
Of course, everything you learn, everything you go through is a learning experience, and you grow from it, and that's all I looked at. It was like, it was just like I learned a lot from him, and I learned what to do and what not to do, and when I look back, I think fondly of those times.
That's good. Can I tell you how I felt last time he was here?
Sure.
He talked about you and Tom, and he genuinely seemed happy for your success.
Yeah, I think he really is.
Yeah.
I think Jay is in a really great space. Dude, I don't know what Jeannie Buss drinks in the morning, but it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Because that he seems happy.
He seems very.
I saw some pictures.
Last time he was here, he said he was so beaten down and was on so many drugs to survive, like prescription drugs, that he couldn't get it up anymore. He couldn't have sex anymore. He was like, that's who I am. That's who I am now. Clearly, he's fixed some stuff.
I think
since then.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, I know the guy. Like,
yeah.
I know that I was there for some of these broken parts, and I know the guy, and the guy is a sweet dude.
Right.
He really is a sweet dude who loves his kids.
Yeah.
And loves being in love and loves loving. I think that love he maybe loved it too intensely at times, but yeah, I told him, hey man, we're all good, and he was like, said,
that's good. It's good for